Various tools and frameworks are available to measure the ecological footprint of tourism, including life cycle assessments and ecological footprint calculators. These methods help quantify the environmental impacts associated with specific tourism activities. By comparing the ecological footprint of different tourism models, for example, mass tourism versus ecotourism, stakeholders can identify more sustainable practices and prioritize interventions. Implementing measures to reduce carbon emissions, such as promoting public transportation, encouraging the use of renewable energy, and offsetting carbon footprints, can help lessen the ecological impact of tourism. Developing strategies for sustainable resource management, such as water conservation measures and sustainable sourcing of food, can minimize the ecological footprint of tourism activities. What are the best practices for sustainable tourism development? Implementing best practices in sustainable tourism development can help mitigate negative environmental impacts while promoting responsible travel. These practices include eco-friendly accommodations, like green certifications. Encourage hotels and lodgings to obtain eco certifications, for example, Green Key, Earth Check, that signify adherence to sustainable practices such as energy efficiency, waste reduction, and water conservation. Promote the use of local and sustainable materials, energy efficient appliances, and waste reduction strategies within accommodation facilities. Support initiatives that involve local communities in tourism planning and management. This ensures that tourism benefits are distributed equitably and that cultural values are respected. Encourage tourists to engage in low-impact activities such as hiking, biking, and wildlife observation, which have less environmental impact compared to more intensive tourism practices. Implement educational programs for tourists to promote awareness of local ecosystems, cultural heritage, and responsible behavior while traveling. Providing information on how to minimize their ecological footprint can foster more sustainable tourism practices. Equip tourism operators, guides, and local businesses with training on sustainable practices, enabling them to promote responsible tourism and educate visitors effectively. Then, foster collaboration between government bodies, local communities, and the tourism industry to develop sustainable tourism policies and initiatives. Collective efforts can enhance the effectiveness of sustainability strategies. Then leverage partnerships between public organizations and private enterprises to fund and implement sustainable tourism projects, such as conservation efforts and infrastructure improvements. Develop metrics to assess the effectiveness of sustainable tourism initiatives. Regular monitoring can help identify areas for improvement and track progress over time. Create channels for tourists and local communities to provide feedback on tourism practices, ensuring that concerns are addressed and that sustainable practices continue to evolve. By focusing on sustainability, understanding the ecological footprint, and implementing best practices, the tourism industry can minimize its environmental impact and contribute positively to local communities and ecosystems. Sustainable tourism development fosters resilience, respect for natural resources, and enhanced experiences for travelers while preserving the integrity of destinations for future generations.